Okay then, so what we've done over the past couple of weeks is look at Premiere Pro and look at After Effects, and I've showed you how you can apply animation techniques, aka tweening, specifically in different scenarios. Okay, now I've physically showed you how to do it in Premiere Pro, but this is a tutorial just so that you know exactly how you would go about doing it. Okay, so now Premiere Pro is not specifically an animation tool, but it does have all of the same techniques that you've seen in After Effects. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and recreate, let's see if I can go back a few times to when I got rid of everything, just so that I can show you very quickly. There you go. We're just going to try and recreate this. Yeah, the same thing, but in Premiere Pro only, okay? So, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the Graphics tab at this point in time. Give it a second. It takes a while to get into its new workspaces and everything like that. Coincidentally, I find that older versions of Premiere Pro were just a lot easier to use in a lot of ways. Okay, we've got lots and lots of templates here. We're going to grab this one, just a basic title. We're going to drag and drop this in, okay? We've got a motion graphics template here, okay? And we can change this. At the top here, we've got text options. Yeah, so we can change this to whatever we want. Okay, so we can easily write our name in. You've got all options and things like that to help you here. So down here, I'm going to change perhaps the font to something that's a bit fancier, maybe. Go with Mac type, nice. Okay, and I might increase the size as well. Now, where would the size be? There we go, align and transform. No, that's the direction. No, where's the size? Itself. There we go. There we go. It's in the text option. There we go. Okay, so we're going to use that as it is. All right. So the idea is that we're going to get this, instead of this just appearing, we're going to get this animated. So it comes in just like we all were able to do in After Effects. Okay. So first of all, let's go to the effects controls. There we go. Now we have an area here. We can actually increase the size of this and get our work area smaller. Now all of this at this point in time we can do in the editing area if we wanted to. You don't have to stay within the graphics area. I'm just going to increase the size of our work area here, okay, because that's going to be important, and I'm going to zoom in with all of this stuff as well, okay? So that represents 4 seconds, that's 0 seconds. Within this time, we're going to get that on screen, okay? So, just like in After Effects, you have transformation options, but they're slightly different, but all of the same principles are there. So let's click on this arrow, bring it down, and then you can change the position. So again, like always, you click the stopwatch to, change, to start the animation process, okay? Because of the way in which the program is, I could drag this across like that, and it's going to affect the numbers, or it should do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it along this way, so I can guarantee that it's going to work. I would recommend doing this in Premiere Pro because it can be quite fiddly in comparison to After Effects. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So how many frames was that? I believe before we did it up to 10. So my current marker is on at 104, so I need to bring that to 114. Change the position, bring that in. Okay, let's play that back. There you go, we've got that same motion. You can see your keyframes, it's the movement between the keyframes. That's all it is at the end of the day. Okay, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to apply an effect. Find the effect down here. It is going to be a video effect specifically, and it's going to be a blur. It's going to be a directional blur. Luckily it's there, but you can see that there is a huge difference in the amount of blurs and effects that are available in After Effects as opposed to Premiere Pro, but you will perhaps save some time if you just create things directly in Premiere Pro. So I can drag and drop that here if it works. There we go, drag and drop. I've got a little plus sign, you know it's going to work. So there you go. Now let's find that in our effects area. So let's hide the text for now. There we go. Directional blur is there. So let's bring it in just so that we can see what we're working with. Let's click on the blur length and let's bring up the blur. Okay, so immediately I know that I need to change the direction. Okay, now I don't unfortunately have, I have it there if I want to see it, but otherwise I'll just have to do it by numbers and degrees. But I'll do that anyway. If I've got it at 90 degrees, I know it's going to be perfectly horizontal. Okay, that's not perfectly horizontal. I'm going to type it in 90. There you go. Okay. So there we go. That's what we've got so far. You just need to finish off the animation there. So we've got one keyframe. Past this point in time, in front of the keyframe, you've got the blur length. It will stay at 29, and it will always stay at 29 until something changes. So let's go beyond the keyframe to the next keyframe, just like we did before, and bring it all the way down to 0. When we play that back, we'll have the same effect. There you go. That looks pretty swanky. Okay. Now there are loads and loads of different effects that you can try. This is just one simple example of how you can apply similar effects in After Effects that you can in Premiere Pro, and they work similar, and that's all this tutorial is about. And it's essentially opening up a new area of After Effects and a new area of Premiere Pro that you might not necessarily be accustomed to. Okay.